Hello gamers and welcome back to Let's Play Battle Brothers on the Switch. The tutorial Let's Play. First of all, again, thanks a lot for your overwhelming support for the channel with in some 14 new subscribers, I think mainly due to Battle Brothers. Also thanks a lot for the comments. I will reply to all the comments I haven't replied to yet tomorrow. Yeah, and here's the next video. We did do some fighting in the last episode, so we are a bit battered. The thing is, you see the injuries, and then you can take a look at them. So some of them are worse than others. These are temporary injuries, so they will heal. If they rest, they heal better. And if you put them in reserves, they won't become... So this is the reserves, the tent. They won't become discontent because they are so injured. Yeah. So this one, for example, minus 15% melee and range skill, is content for now being in reserves. Obviously you need some people to fight if bad becomes worse. And yeah, the red cross means they are injured, as in their current hit points are not at the maximum. So that's the distinction here between the injuries and the health issues. I think the audio is not very audible, but I think it should be okay. Don't want to turn it up too much. So if I recall it correctly, there was no contract here available. Everything is closed because it's night and time is of the essence. So let's take a look where we could go to. I play with Fog of War basically, so everything is covered in the Fog of War at the beginning, and not just the wilds. We have the option to go south or north to Schachtheim, and there will be yet another village further here in the north. And my advice for the beginning in the south, if you play with the Blazing Deserts DLC, there will be the desert with 3 city-states. And it's actually a more dangerous area, so the opponents are tougher. You fight against nomads, they have helmets, so they are tougher in general. So what we're going to do now is travel to Schachtheim. While we travel, as you could see here, you can see the stuff ticking. The tools, they are repairing everything. Okay, I think audio is fine from the peaks. And also obviously they are eating. And you need bandages or medical supplies to heal injuries, but you can also heal them in the temple or help them heal better. So now what's happening here is we can get an ambition. So I think we didn't have an ambition before, so this is kind of important. The ambition, well, you get like a flavor text, and then you can always have an ambition which is like your goal that you want to achieve. Some of them are easier to achieve than others depending on the circumstances. As soon as you meet the requirements for that ambition and fulfill your ambition, your company gets Renown. I will show you that in a second as well. Renown is kind of important because it will give you, it's kind of the fame of your company basically, sort of, how well known they are. And this will give you access to better contracts, so it's important. It will also help you unlock slots for your retinue, so you get you can later recruit characters like a negotiator or drill sergeant and so on for money, and they give you passive boosts basically, or buffs. So one is here, we need a battle standard so that we are recognized from afar. Having one be made is costly, so we shall gather 2,000 crowns for this. This is kind of cool because you can make one guy your bannerman. It's like a polearm weapon, and it gives 10% of the bannerman's resolve to the to a 4-tile radius, to everyone in the 4-tile radius, basically, all your battle brothers. So you need the guy with a high resolve for that to make the most of it. But 2,000 crowns is quite a bit. Then let us set up in the beginning. You will keep 1,000, but still. Let's set out into the wilderness, discover the unknown and plunder it, be it a wizard's tomb, goblin camp, or aught else we may find. And that's like one of the locations we found in the east, but they are tough. And we don't have enough men and not good enough equipment, I think. Then we've got, there's lots of crowns to be made with trading between towns. Let us earn a fortune. We don't really have the budget to do lots of trading now. Then we shall get the company strength to 12 men. 12 men is also what you can field in battle. So 12 is the number of men you can take into battle. It will make us a formidable force and will allow us to take on more profitable work. And I will do that because we need 12 men kind of anyway. If you play with the Peasant Militia background, I think this background is like the other origins unlocked with the Warriors of the North DLC. You can field up to 16 men in battle with the Peasant Militia. So now here at the top you can see I have a roster of at least 12 men, which will increase our renown. And our renown we can see up here. Just 1 second. That's the retinue. Is it here where the retinue is? Yes. So this is actually where we can recruit people later on. It's currently locked behind renown because we need 250 renown first to unlock the first spot. We can also improve our inventory space, increase it. And then our renown, we are currently unknown with a renown value of 139. And that's the crowns we've got. Actually, we could have almost gone for the 2,000 crowns ambition, but then we would have 1,000 left. And I think it's more important to get our numbers up. We can do that with cheap brothers as well. There are 2 contracts, that's good. I'm not going to sell anything because we need to see if we can recruit someone. Here in the temple, we can heal our guys actually. It costs quite a bit of money though, so let's rather recruit someone now. But on the other hand, if you heal them faster, you use less medical supplies. Unfortunately, there's no one with a good background here, and they're all kind of expensive. I think I'll just go for the miller because we need some more men. We won't be keeping him. I won't try him out for coin to see what his character traits, possible character traits are. We'll just hire him. We need a cheap guy to fill the ranks. Let's take a look at that. Is he any good? No, he's horrible. He's got high health with a talent star, but other than that it's horrible. He is huge though, which increases his melee damage. I'm inclined to even give him like the axe and give him the shield and a sword. This guy won't be hitting much. Let's put him in the center a little bit more. Let's give him a head. And oh, that was the wrong guy. Let's give him a head. And let's give him the axe. And let's see what contracts we've got. Okay, with this contract, Kettlemont the Trade Master. I'm all ears. Okay, a man of some import here states that brigands made a pass on his daughters. Now he's worried that what they'll do next time. So we need to drive off some brigands. Let's talk money. We need to be paid more. They're not paying us more, so let's accept. Drive off brigands, we can do that. Even in our current shape. but we will take a look at which guys won't be working with us for the next battle. And they are northeast of Schachtheim, so it's already been marked on the map. So let's go to a location nearby. It might be an uphill battle, that would be really bad. We get to explore some more territory. Oh wait, there are some footsteps. Let's track them. That could be bandits. Oh no! I accidentally accelerated the speed instead of slowing it down. And that was a huge mistake. Because if they are brigand raiders, we don't stand a chance. It is brigand raiders. And they are like everywhere. Okay, there's lots of territory where we can't go through. We might stand a chance. We need to move away anyway. And maybe even escape. This might already be the end. Because he's tough. I'm inclined to kind of just escape. We have some injured people as well. Do they all come from the right side? I think they do. So what we can do now, we will try it, is a retreat from combat button. And this basically means they will... Oh man, he's walking in the completely wrong direction. They will just try to escape. Where the hell are you going to? Okay, now he's going in the right direction. So this saves us time. And also there's, I think, I remember that from an interview with Jan from Overhype Studios, you get a slight disengage bonus if you're in the zone of control of the enemy. What will happen now is we will lose morale because we've retreated from the combat, but I don't think we would have stood a chance against 6 brigand raiders, potentially 6 brigand raiders, at least not with the injured guys. So we play on veteran difficulty, which is already a bit difficult, and like I said at the very beginning of this Let's Play, you should not play veteran if you're new to the game. Retreat is always a viable option. What I will do now is continue travel north, because there should be, eventually, another city, and we need to save some... we need to get healthy anyway, and my hope is, and we need to buy food, that we can recruit someone useful. Well, this is actually quite the way. There's just a watchtower, okay. Along the way. Okay, we depend on them. Okay. So it's about having friends and, you know, fulfilling jobs and stuff. Okay. Now we need to... It's night, so we can't do anything, so let's camp. Wrong button. Let's camp for the night. And as you can see, during the day you have a better vision as well. Along the road, while marching down the road, you find a man with a broken cart. Well, let's help him. We gain 9 tools and supplies and bread. Good. So that was just an event. We can't get a job here because this is a castle, or like a wooden motte. There's actually near Stansted Airport near London. There's recreated Mott and Bailey castles. It's I highly recommend visiting it. It's like an animal shelter as well. It's super cool. It's called Mount Fitchett. So let's take a look at the marketplace. There's some cheap grain. We're going to buy that. And we're going to buy some berries as well. Other than that, let's take a look at the possible recruits. A Wildman is a bit too wild. The Houndsmaster ain't that bad. A Daytailor can be okay-ish, at least as an early game brother. Let's take the Daytailor. Let's also take Kurt. He's a Houndsmaster, I think. Let's check. Come on, let's... Yeah, let's get him. And we've already got 10 men. We need like 2 more. Shall we try take the Wild Man? They have some bad events. And he might die and he's so expensive. Let's rather not get him. Let's get the Miner. And let's also get Vendel. That would also help us complete the mission. We still have enough coins. There's a kennel. I would have liked to buy some dogs, but we won't be able to, so we save that. Do we have any good guys here? Okay, he is actually very decent. Because he's got 2 melee stars. He also has 2 health talent stars. He's got Iron Jaw and Eagle Eyes. Yeah, he's very decent. Daytailors can be very decent early game brothers. Then we've got Kurt. He's okayish with some stars in melee and fatigue. He won't become a ranged guy. His starting values are too low. Unfortunately, he is a clumsy. So his skill is only 46, but still okayish. And he's a drunkard, which further decreases his melee skill. So otherwise it would have been 56. That would have been really good. But he can dish out some more serious damage. So let's give him this weapon. But he won't get the super cool clothing. I think I'd rather give it to him. Then we have our Miner. He basically is not very good. His health is surprisingly good for a Miner. And he's got a talent star in fatigue, but not too great. And then we have Vendel. He's just not that great. He's tough, so he has lots of health. He's got 2 stars in melee defense, which is good, but none in melee offense, so he will only be an early game brother. I'll give him the wooden stick, or should I give him the knife? We can maybe knife some opponents, so I can show you that as well. How healthy are you? 1 to 3 days. I think I'll just put him in a second line just for emergencies. And he's got a terrible melee attack right now. Yeah, there's no point in him fighting, to be honest. So I'd rather take his shield and give it to him, because he's quite promising. Let's actually get 1 dog, if they're not too expensive. Okay, you can see there are normal dogs, or Claw the War Dog, and then we've got Shift the War Dog. I don't know what the difference is between a Warhound and a War Dog. I think the Warhounds are presumably slightly better, and you can also get them in an armored version. How much do we actually have to pay for 120 per day? We can actually go for a proper Warhound. Let's do this, and we can now put them into our inventory. Let's say into his inventory, because So he will come from the flank. And this will allow us to have an additional ally on the battlefield. We will also use the net. And now we will go a direct way, whatever the AI suggests, to this camp. Okay, this is now, we gained Renown, which puts us into a good spirit as well, because we fulfilled the ambition. Now the thing is, we can already see, I think, let me pause, that this location is on a hill and has fortifications. Fortifications is a new thing with the Blazing Deserts DLC, so basically they would have some palisades or something. And it's on a hill that will make this very, very difficult. It's also more difficult to go uphill. Actually, someone could have like him, he could have a head. Okay, they are actually recovered, so that's good. But this will not be pleasant. And it's only 1 star, but it makes it so much more difficult. But lucky for us, it's only some brigand thugs in the Robber Slayer. So possibly because it's an event. So sometimes you can find locations like this location, or like the one we found down here, and they have a specific type of enemy. And then you take a contract like we did here, and it leads us to this camp, to this lair, and it actually changes what's in it and adjusts it to the contract. Because I think if we were just, if we had just found this, it would be more than just brigand thugs for sure. And because it's only brigand thugs, we will also attack during the day, because we have 2 ranged guys and they have no ranged guys. Otherwise we wouldn't do it during the day, because the location is on a hill. Yeah, against those thugs, it should still be difficult, but it will be easy enough to achieve victory. So sometimes you fight in locations where you have like a camp or something, where some stuff is blocked. And we fight on a hill, but we're actually quite lucky because, we don't really have to walk uphill, but these guys, and you have like an attack bonus if you shoot downhill. I'm pretty sure they will engage us. So we will move forward a tiny little bit to see how far they come. I will deactivate this for now. We could move him here. I unfortunately misclicked and just paused. Turn order, it's still us moving first. So he can go here and then pause. The archer unfortunately is sitting down here. He needs to walk up. Can he walk and still attack? Yes. So let's see. Okay, we can't shoot at him because he's too far away, because it's uphill. So I'll have him wait actually to see if they approach. He can walk here and shoot. As you can see now, they are marked in red, whomever we can shoot at. They have a shield, so let's activate this. 43% is decent. 58 is obviously much better, and this one is 13%. And you can see this arrow, there's a chance that we hit that instead of him. If we were to hit that, it would be with a decreased chance to hit as well. This could be another character, another enemy, so if we were to shoot at him, we might accidentally hit him, which wouldn't be too bad. You can use it as a tactic as well. If it's your own guy, maybe you don't want to do it. Okay, this was a poor shot. We rolled a 6v2, it was actually close. We can't reload, so let's end his turn. Mr. Net can go here and wait. The X guy, because they can move 2 tiles and then attack. They can't move 3 and still attack, so we'll move him here. With him, I'm uncertain. I feel like trying to walk around and then circle them and maybe lure him this way. Okay, obviously they don't go this way. Oh, okay, I didn't expect him to get this high ground. That was not good. I couldn't see. That's one of the things I don't like. I didn't see, you know, if he was going to move before my guys. Unfortunately, he was. Because they are now in trouble. He won't be able to attack anyone. I'll just move him up here for support. And he will go here. He can attack. Okay, not good. Now I could go in with the sword guy or with him. I will go in with him because he can try to knock him out. That's 75% chance to stun on a hit. If I hit him, he's got a shield, so it's only 53%. We have to take our chances. And we stun him. And even he sustains an injury as well, a broken nose. Now the good thing is, or like someone commented in the last video that he learned that you can actually move away from a guy who is fleeing. This guy is just wavering without being hit. And this is true for guys who are stunned as well. That's been patched on PC along, I think, with the Blazing Deserts DLC. So obviously he can't go into a good position now. If he was to move here, it would be a very, very difficult position. But it might increase his chance to hit. And he's got a good armor, so I'm actually going to risk it. And he can do a Cleave Attack. 4 HP, that's a so-called a cleaver weapon type. Is it called cleaver? I think so. Or we can try to decapitate him, which costs more fatigue. But I think the hit chance to hit is the same, so it's 56%, and he's barely got any helmet, but he does have good armor, so let's try that. We hit him, but we hit his armor, unfortunately. So he can still move. I think he would have to walk all the way around here as well. And he can still attack. He can flail, lots of damage, and ignores the bonus to melee defense granted by shields, or we have a 100% chance to hit the head with the lash. He's got a decent helmet, but no good body armor, as you can see. Because you can always kind of see what they wear, and it tells you the equipment, and it tells you, the state it is in. So let's try to hit him. 41% ain't great. And we miss. Our archer, he can shoot simply because this guy is stunned. Otherwise he couldn't. Because I don't want him engaged in melee though, I will have him walk away. And that also shows no attack of opportunity because the guy is stunned. I think that's the better call. I should have moved up here though, that was my mistake. Now the guy with the net, he could move or he could throw his weapon, his net. I'm actually going to throw his net. He could also have moved here. But I am going to throw the net to kind of hinder this opponent in whatever he's doing. He can't attack, unfortunately, because he's got the axe and it needs 6 AP action points. So now our crossbowman can't do anything because the weapon is not loaded and there's an opponent next to him, I will have him wait. Because while he does have a knife, well, let's actually attack. Because I don't think I'm going to kill him with these two guys. And I'd rather have him injured already. I will go for a normal step because he's got shitty armor anyway. With the puncture I can have a decreased chance to hit by minus 15% and it ignores the armor. It's very good for harvesting armor, but this guy has shit armor. But it doesn't help me, I hit the shield. So now they can try to walk around. He can go all the way up here. So he will help next round. Again with him I can do decapitate and that's what I'm going to try again. Okay, I miss again. Let's go for a normal attack because I really need to start hitting him. And we miss again with a 76 and a 61. Now with him I try to knock him out. Doesn't do damage, but he would be knocked out. And he is knocked out. And he's actually slightly injured. That's good. Okay, now Mr. X. So look at this. I could try to split him into pieces with only a 47% chance because he's got a shield. I can also try to destroy his shield and have better chance to hit him. But it's going to be his turn before these two guys, and I think I might even need 2 hits to destroy the shield. With a normal axe it's 2 hits, with this one possibly as well. So I'd rather try to harm him, but I don't. That's bad. Now it's the archer, and I will go for the aim shot, which increases chance to hit. I should have moved up here before, or I can go actually up here and then go for a normal shot. Same chance to hit, more or less, because I'm on the same level now. Okay, very bad shot. Was a small chance only anyway. Okay, he's doing the shield wall and he's actually destroying our armor. With him, we need to try to attack him. 41% or 43, let's go for him. Nice hit. We even hit the head. If you hit the head, I think there's like a 25% chance to hit the head, always, I'm not sure. With a standard attack you deal 50%, I think 50% more damage, and it's obviously damage to the head, so the head armor applies. And we actually kill him, look at that. Fantastic, he rolled an 11. So he is really good. Kurt is the hero so far. So because this guy has a shield, we will have a very small chance to hit. It's only 37%, but we'll try. Okay, we don't succeed. And now we can try to knock him back. It builds up lots of fatigue, has a 25% increased chance to hit. In order to do that you need a shield. One of those small shields is enough, a buckler. And it's 41% shield, and we would push him back. Let's try. We managed to do it. So and by that we freed our crossbowman. Now we have a slash attack with the sword and an increased chance to hit. We have a riposte, so if they attack us and fail, we kind of can hit them back, or we've got the pushback. Let's try a slash attack against him. Obviously I won't move. We hit him, so his armor is now falling apart, and you can also see from the image that it's damaged. Unfortunately we miss with the second try because we rolled a 91. So this guy can actually walk here and here. There won't be an attack of opportunity because he will walk through our own guy. You can walk through one of your guys. And he can still attack. He can also attack armor. That's with a military hammer you can kind of destroy armor. But I don't really have armor. So we have a 55% chance here or a 63% chance here. Let's go for him. But we miss. And he is the last to act, and he can try to knock him out again, and he succeeds, and the guy is almost dead. Now let's try to finish him off, and we do. Very good. And now with him I won't move forward because it's our crossbow guy. I think he will turn. Okay, the axe guy will move first, so we can just stay here. If we had a perk called Quick Hands, we could swap weapons once per turn for free. Now we need to reload, and that's it. I have auto end turn activated, so that's why we jump to this guy now. He will go for the head yet again. And there he goes, he's decapitated. And he can start going around to help here. Now these two guys can go here. He actually has a worse armor. I could move him here or here. I will move him up here for the following reasoning. He's got the worse armor, so I want him to attack from above. If I was to move this guy up here, I'd move down with 2 action points, but it would cost me more to move up here, an additional 1 action point. So he would not be able, well, he could attack once, but I can also move him down here, and then he can attack once as well. And yeah, so that's the reasoning behind that. Now with him I'll just go for the aimed shot against, well, like there's blocked. So I don't think I will be able to do much with him, because this guy has a shield, but there are only 2 opponents left. 7%, I shouldn't have shot actually. Let's go here and try to split him into 2. And we actually do. And now with him we can move up here, get some nice surroundment bonus, and it triggered a morale check and he failed. So he's now breaking. We can still attack once, and that's what we're going to do. But we miss. Now he can go down here. And the guy is fleeing. We've won this battle. Let's try to finish him off. He's now bleeding as well, so at the end of his turn he will take some damage, but we managed to kill him. Let's take a look at the loot. We get some shields, we get a very nice dagger, we get a spear, good starting weapon because of the increased chance to hit. Same applies to a sword, but this is an even better increased chance to hit, I think. We get a nice headgear, some food, and coin. We take all the loot, obviously. And before we head back to the town, we will obviously apply our stuff. So Kurt was the hero, he also gets the shield now. Is there anyone who's kind of any good? Yeah, I think that he ain't that bad with 1 talent star, but his health is really poor. He's loyal, let's give him that. And he decapitated 1 guy, which is cool. He's actually really bad with his stats, so he gets a spear. He's more like a tankish character. He could become a better man, but his starting values are just so low. Because he's an okay character. Or him, who's better. He's got better attack potential actually. We'll give him the better headgear. He gets some headgear. He can get a sword. We didn't use the dog, unfortunately, I've forgotten about that. But we'll do in due course. We also still have some salt that we can sell. We actually have the dagger. He'll get the dagger. And he gets a knife in his back. I press the R1 button to do that. And him we're actually going to put in reserves. Oh, I forgot, we've got the level up. For Casimir. Okay, +2 attack is okay-ish. +3 defense I think is what you always get with 2 talent stars. And +4 fatigue is the maximum you can get with a regular guy without talents. So let's say okay. And now with regards to perks, I won't give him I won't give him Student because he is not an endgame, he has no endgame potential. If he had stars in Fatigue as well, then maybe, or a higher starting value in Resolve. So I'll give him Colossus to boost his health, and it also reduces the chance of injuries. Now we are going to head back to Schachtheim, but we will be mindful of our environment. Maybe even hunt someone if we encounter something, a monster or some Polans. Here we go, we get our coins, and they no longer have ambushed trade routes, which, if I recall correctly, you can check that in the wiki as well, and if you play on the PC you can get a mod that tells you what it actually means. When it's active you have increased purchasing prices, but also increased selling price, so if you want to sell something it's actually not that bad. So we should have sold our salt actually. And now it's nighttime, we will possibly spend the night and then take on the other contract, but that will be something for the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and again for the support of the channel. I mean, look at my subscriber numbers, it's like 136 or 7, so 14 guys in 28 days is like in some, so I think that 2 have unsubscribed as well. So plus 16 minus 2 is like a 10% increase. That's crazy. So thanks a lot for that. Until then, bye for now.